Hi, I'm Sherry Gideons. I am the director of the Los Angeles Tribune International Film Festival. And we are very honored to have Federico here and displaying this film on the Tribune here today. Now, Federico, please tell us about the inspiration behind the film and where did you tap inside of you to create the messaging that was on the film today?
The story is that I was in Rome. I met the ambassador of Philippines, Virgilio Reyes, and he gave me the poem that José Rizal, the hero of the Philippines, that he gave independence to the Philippines, wrote 3 hours before to be executed. And of course, touch my sense of freedom in the soul. And so I fell in love with José Rizal, and I came in San Francisco, where at that time Jason Zavaleta lived. And I went straight to Jason and asked him, do you want to make a film about the poem of José Rizal? And he straight said, yes, I am Filipino. I will do it. So now, after some years, to see here, to watch here in this so huge, so important Los Angeles Tribune International Film Festival was a new emotion for me. And I asked to Jason, what do you think about after some year to see your direction? And I saw me after some years too, and really is intact. The message, as he said, the value of the poem.
Just hearing you share that deep connection to the emotion that you felt and the reason for the film, not to mention the fact that every single one of us has within us unlimited potential. People say, oh, that's a dumb idea, but it sounds like you really tapped into that and you said, this is what I want to do, and then you ended up meeting Jason. So Jason, tell us a little bit more about that connection and what inspired you to really create this messaging for Federico in a film.
Yeah, well, I think it starts with one, that I think I just have a very strong trust in Federico and in his artistic choices in terms of, I think he has a tendency to be drawn to characters throughout history that have a presence about them that more often than not, the people that he's drawn to stand for an enlightened state of being, whether it's in speaking to freedom and the importance of freedom, whether it's in Garibaldi or in like this with Rizal, or in other figures about communication and connection like Marconi. Federico's drawn to these sorts of people. And so when he brought this to me, this one was particularly powerful because my grandmother was an immigrant from the Philippines to the United States. And so I felt that this was an opportunity to build a bridge between my life and the culture that I come from in the Philippines, and to getting to know the Philippine hero José Rizal through this film was an opportunity for me to artistically find that bridge.
Wow, that's wonderful. And it just definitely shows us all that there are no accidents in life. And that when we're tapped into the heart, that this energy that we feel, it gets spread out globally all over the world. And it touched you and it inspired that messaging inside of yourself. So what's the messaging besides freedom in the film that you hope not only for Filipinos, but really to reach people globally all over the world who are ready in their own lives to really connect with that sense of freedom?
It's a very good question. I mean, the message, and the way Federico interprets the poem and the expression of it in Italian, Filipino, and English, Tagalog, I think there's something universal about, that the expression of one's love for life, for the place, their family, the place they call home, that is a universal concept. And when you embrace with love and compassion and kindness and gratitude, really, for the experience that you have, wherever it is you come from, where it is you had the opportunity to build your life and now live your life, that you can find that place, as Rizal did in the 3 hours before he was executed, really found a deep place of gratitude to just say, thank you, I love you. And I think if we can do this for each other and with that acknowledgement for our lives, I think that's the message that I would be most excited of sharing with this film, Beyond Freedom.
I'd like to add something maybe special.
Please.
The real story is that I just got the biggest love of my life before the story of the film about Jose Rizal. And this guy, consider me a symbol of freedom, So, and the story, the romance, was not dedicated to freedom. So the universe, as you said, and you too, took me straight to the ambassador of Philippines in Rome. I don't know why, because it was an orchestration by the universe. Because freedom and because love. So on the background, there is a big, huge love story in my life there. And so, it's not okay to say was transformed. Was, I think, pure sense of freedom and sense of love.
Well, just receiving everything that you just said reminded me of a near-death experience I had in 1997, in which when I was released from the body, I was one with everything there is. I was united with the message that you just described. That embodiment, that alignment, that connection to that greater part of ourselves. And it sounds like you were connected to that part of you when you created the film, when you went to Jason, and now delivering that message in a way globally all over the world where you stepped out of the crowd of sheep. And you are daring to be yourself, allowing yourself to be a vessel of truth, a vessel of light that touches lives all over the world. What do you say about that?
I totally confirm. Totally confirm. Because just now I got a similar experience with my third lover. That was the same of the second lover. It is about freedom of love. So, are passed some years from when we shot the film, and I am here now with you with Jason I don't want to say to combat for freedom, but I have to say that because every second, I'm emotional, of our life, we have to do that. Every second. And in this way, we can try to reach freedom in ourselves, freedom that from ourselves is joined with the universe and with the other human being. This, I love that, and you love too, and Jason too.
Well, that's what I'm hearing powerfully in your message, is that we're all one.
Yes.
And we all have an opportunity in the present moment to deliver a message sometimes when people aren't ready to receive in that moment. But you are planting the seed anyway. You're spreading that light anyway. And the emotion that I feel listening to you, thank you. Thank you for this film. Thank you for your contribution, you and Jason. And I am knowing that the people who are ready to receive this film will hear that message that you're delivering, that there's freedom available in each of us.
Absolutely. And I have to say that everybody knows that I love especially Los Angeles Tribune International Film Festival. I was last year, the first edition, and I found emotions, communication for freedom. So I am so privileged that this year, the film of Jason about the injury of Jose Rizal, thank to all of you who screened here.
And we're honored, and we thank you for the film. We thank you and Jason Federico for being here today. And I'm just absolutely looking forward to seeing how this film affects lives globally all over the world.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.